Yes?
What is it? We're quite busy.
Do.
Why don't sharks eat lawyers?
Who says sharks don't eat lawyers?
Oh, but sharks eat lawyers all the time.
Once they've signed all the appropriate corpus delicti waivers.
Huh. Oh man, that was...
What do you call a galleon full of lawyers at the bottom of the ocean?
A terrible tragedy.
A horrible waste?
A potential negligence litigation gold mine?
A good start.
I don't get it.
Neither do I.
Do the families of these lawyers have proper representation?
Oh man. You...
Have you guys figured out how to save my mansion yet?
You mustn't rush the gears of justice, Mr. Threepwood.
There are writs of nolo comprende to research.
Subpoenas of e pluribus unum to serve?
Webs of red tape to spin.
It would go faster
Much faster.
if we had the original deed.
To the Marley Mansion.
Hey, according to Grandpa Marley's letter, the deed's here on Lucre Island at the local bank.
Well, don't just stand there.
Make like a lobotomized monkey.
Go to the bank and get the deed.
Oh, okay. I thought I'd
Well,
have to
I'll let you guys get back to work.
Please do.
get some kind of paperwork or some shit. Like, oh, this guy's allowed to go in. He's married to the governor's daughter. Whatever. Oh, can I talk to this gentleman? He does not seem to give a damn. Okay. Oh, I found the bank.
And just why not, young lady?
Bank policy, sir. I can't convert these traveler's checks because we've never heard of, what's his name? Australia.
But you've honoured them countless times before.
We've had a bad run of counterfeit money come through here lately, so we've had to tighten our policy. And if you ask me, these don't look real. Besides the funny name, there's a picture of a strange animal on here that has another one popping out of its belly.
That's a kangaroo, you ignorant pirate trollop.
See? There you go. Kangaroo. Another funny name. Funny to say, too. Kangaroo. Kangaroo.
Oh, Struth.
What the?
I've got business to attend to, but I'll come back, and when I do, I want these honoured.
Have a nice day, Mr. Mandrill.
You should switch to decaf.
Kangaroo. 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 Kangaroo.
Can I?
Free Scupperware promotion today. Just open an account with 10,000 pieces of 8 or more. I really don't need it.
Can I take this?
Nobody can do mental math anymore. No way. Real pirates don't need to add. Instead, we hire our pirate brethren, the accountants, to add and keep track of our treasure for us. Excuse me,
Please speak with the teller.
but I just have a quick...
Please ask the teller. I'm very busy and she can probably assist you.
Oh, okay. Can I... Oh God! Look at this.
Ugh, it's full of names and numbers and lots of math.
It
there.
seems...
Welcome to the Second Bank of Lucre. I'm Brittany. How may I help you?
Let's see.
What happened to the first Bank of Lucre?
Nothing. It was our public relations department's idea. They felt that being called the first bank didn't project an image of experience.
Let's see.
I'd like to retrieve some items from my safe deposit box.
Fine, sir. And whose name is it under?
Marley. H.T. Marley. Here's a letter that might help.
I see. This is for Governor Marley. Do you have power of attorney to act on her behalf?
I'm her dashing husband.
Not good enough.
Oh, well, there is this.
Oh, my. That will be fine, sir. Just a moment, Mr. Quidworth. There's a gentleman here to use the vault.
Nice walk, sir.
Yes? Well, everything seems to be in order, Mr. Marley.
That's Mr. Threepwood.
As you wish, sir.
Can't really see his text.
If you'll just follow me into the vault, we can open up your grandfather-in-law's safe deposit chest. Well, here it is, sir. The safe deposit chest of H.T. Marley, just as he left it over 20 years ago.
Wow, what an amazing collection of junk. Why would Grandpa Marley store garbage like this in a bank?
That Governor Marley was an eccentric old salt, wasn't he? We were all crushed when he disappeared off the face of the earth like he did. Anyway, well, I've got some loans to turn down. You just let me know when you're done here, and I'll come running.
Gee, thanks. Well, I guess I better start looking for that deed to the governor's mansion so I can get home to Elaine. Let's see now. Hot water bottle,
Threepwood,
monkey
what are you doing out
pacifier,
here?
Groggamus, Jimmy Hoffa, do-it-yourself tattoo kit, bloody stiletto knife, bottomless mug.
Well, you really should have called me first. We have rules about leaving the vault unattended.
Gee, I'm sorry. I'll go back.
And I'll see if I can scrounge up a grog.
Wax lips. Ah, there it is.
Stick 'em up!
Yikes! Who are you supposed to be?
Isn't it obvious? I'm Guybrush Threepwood.
No, you're not.
What makes you say that?
Well, for one thing, Guybrush is much better looking than you are. And for another, the real Guybrush doesn't smell like anchovy halitosis. Ooh.
All right, mate, bucko. That's enough of that. Back away from the Barney heirlooms and be quick about it. Now, Mr. Threepwood, take a good long look at the last face you'll ever see.
I knew that deregulated banking would lead to this.
Ew. I want that sword. What did we...
Nobody move!
I want to pick this
This
up.
hanky has PP embroidered on it. And I highly doubt that this belonged to Grandpa Marley.
It's true.
Ew, this thing reeks. It smells somewhat like hickory smoked fish.
Aha! I found the button. What is that?
I can't use this.
Can I
There seems to be something inside. It's a music box.
pick it up?
Hey, there's a bottle of fine grog behind this music box.
Pick up that fine grog.
It's a large packing sponge. I can't use this.
Whoops.
It's a packing sponge.
What is this sword?
It's an old cracked sword.
This is a robbery!
You scared me a little bit there.
Down on the floor!
Yeah, I broke the hinge off, but I broke the sword too. That didn't get me anywhere.
Oh, forget the vault! Just give me everything
The sword
else!
seems to be widening the crack a bit. With the sword jammed in there, the gap is larger.
Can I...
Well, I can't remove it with my bare hands.
Okay, well, we're going to be doing... Be right back. Sorry about that. I had to get my room slightly inspected. Alright, I need you. You go in...
I don't want to stick my hand in the crack any more than I have to.
Aye. Yeah.
You'll never get me, Guybrush Threepwood, coppers!
Oh, that's funny. See what that looks like. That's funny.
That's huge!
The only liquid I have is this.
I want all of it, and don't forget the loot behind the counter!
Sorry.
I'm free! So long, suckers! And remember, you've just been robbed by Guybrush Threepwood!
Hey! Where'd he go?
Hey, what's all the commotion?
Get him!
Ah!
You're under arrest, Mr. Threepwood. Right. Down to the jailhouse with you.
Oh no! Several hours later.
Didn't your mum ever explain that bank robbery isn't nice?
It wasn't me, it was the No-Nosed Bandit.
Right. No-nosed bandit. Or perhaps it was the guy we caught red-handed. You! Although we haven't found the loot yet.
You'll find it with the real robber, so let me go and get cracking.
Detective work isn't my job. If you want to clear your name, you've got a few things to do.
Okay.
Okay, what?
I need the perpetrator, I need proof he was at the scene of the crime, and I need proof that he committed the crime.
You know, it'd be a lot easier if I could just bribe you.
I'll ignore that, Threepwood. Around here, we do things by the book. Now, since this is your first offence, you'll be placed under house arrest.
I get to go back to the mansion and play with Timmy?
No, you are confined to Luca Island. You are not permitted to leave until and unless you are cleared of the crime of bank robbery. To make sure you don't leave, you are required to wear the voodoo anklet of extreme discomfort.
I was wondering about that. It's rather uncomfortable. Can you loosen it?
Well, that wouldn't be the point then, would it? It gets a lot more uncomfortable if you try to leave the island.
At least I'm not in jail. Inspector?
Yes?
Let's see.
I'm innocent. It was the No-Nosed Pirate that robbed the bank.
Who? Peg-Nosed Pete. Listen, if I had a monkey for every time some penny ante crook tried to pin their criminal malfeasance on Peg-Nosed Pete, I'd have enough monkeys to work out a reasonable sequel to Hamlet by now.
So what you're saying is that you don't believe me?
No.
Why don't you believe that Peg-Nosed Pete robbed the bank?
Indeed.
Because, Mr. Threepwood, it's just not Peg-Nose's style. If Peg-Nose had robbed a bank, he would have snuck in under the cover of darkness, used a clever series of weights and pulleys to open the vault, and would have absconded with the loot without leaving a trace of his presence. Peg-Nosed Pete would never simply enter a bank in the middle of the day, waving a pistol around like a common thug. It's beneath him.
Just for the sake of argument, what would it take to prove my innocence?
Well, since you don't have an alibi, you'd have to turn the finger of blame towards the real culprit.
Great. How do I do that?
Off the top of my head, I can think of 3 things that would do the job.
Okay.
A, new evidence would have to surface linking the so-called real perpetrator to the crime. 2, the stolen bank loot would have to be recovered. And Z, the real criminal, would have to be caught and brought to justice.
That should be a piece of cake for a pirate with a keen analytical mind like myself.
I'll keep your cell warm.
How's the investigation going?
What investigation? You were caught red-handed. I'm just waiting for the judge.
That's
Oh.
unfortunate.
You're not going to lift a finger to help me, are you?
No.
But what about justice?
Haven't you heard? Justice is blind.
Not to mention lazy, apparently.
Quiet, you.
I don't really know.
Where can I find Peg-Nosed Pete?
If I knew that, he'd be locked up right now.
Because he framed me for robbing the bank?
No, because he's wanted for approximately 300 other crimes on Luca Island.
Wow.
Well, I better get out there and prove my innocence.
Stay out of trouble.